Welcome to the second video in this series. In this video, we talk about the second most important person in an enterprise, the salesperson. So let me ask you a question. What do you think is the job of a salesperson? According to you, it could be sell more, and at every opportunity. But if you ask me, I would disagree with you. I personally feel that the job of a salesperson has changed, and there are 5 components to the job. First, the job of a salesperson is to help every customer reach their personal objective. 2, while helping every customer reach their personal objective, the salesperson should put resource into the customer's pocket. Resources can be in terms of money, in terms of convenience, in terms of time. Number 3, every salesperson must nurture and deepen the relationship between the customer and the brand. Number 4, in the unlikely event that the relationship between the brand and the customer has got broken, the salesperson should repair it immediately. And last but not the least, a salesperson should not transact business at every opportunity, but should transact business over the lifetime of a relationship. When a salesperson transforms into an authentic consultant, 2 principles come into play. Number 1, reciprocal principle. Number 2, likability principle. Reciprocal principle dictates that if someone does good to you, you would want to reciprocate that good behavior. Likability principle. When you like somebody, then that's the person with whom you wish to do business. Now that I've got you interested in ensuring that you will transform your salespeople into authentic consultant, can I answer a question proactively that may be there in your mind? What should you do in your enterprise to create, nurture authentic consultant? So let's start with incentive plan. The incentive is linked to the ticket size of purchase. So as soon as the customer walks into a retail store, all salespeople pounce on that customer like a pack of wolves, each dragging the customer towards their side. The successful one obviously then convinces the customer to buy not a product which is in the best interest, but one which has the largest ticket size. Because remember, the ticket size determines the size of his incentive. What happens at the end of the month? The salesperson gets a big incentive, goes all the way to the bank smiling, and the customer who's got this brand which he really didn't need is going to be cursing the brand owner and taking a decision never to visit the retail store. So who's the loser? The brand owner, entrepreneur, that's you. Now, if you were to bring about a small change in your structure of incentive, see how things work. Instead of having an individual incentive scheme, have a group incentive scheme, where at the end of the month, the entire sale is clubbed together and the incentive divided among all the members of the sales team. Now what happens? When a customer now enters the store, from the salespeople, one person will approach the customer, understand the requirement, and then get him to be serviced by a consultant who would give him the best service. So what's the net result? The net result is that the customer will be happy because he or she got the product that really suited them, and the set of consultants would be happy because in this case not one person but the whole group won. By making this simple change in the enterprise structure, in this case they were able to create an environment in which salespeople transformed into authentic consultants. As we come to the end of this video, let me thank you for the positive response that we've got on the videos that we've published. Let's continue this conversation and follow me on Twitter. And of course, remember to share these videos with your friends. They would also gain immensely from it.